Hi my beauts, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a makeup look on this look. I recreated this look from when I did a tutorial on Snapchat for this, so if you want to see the video, keep on watching. Okay girls, so you want to start off with a fresh face and you want to make sure that you put on primer first. These are the most important steps to make your face last all day and look really natural. Next, we're moving on to the eyebrows, and I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade in the color Chocolate, and we're going to put it on our eyebrows. You can watch how I do it. I do it very lightly at first because my hair is red and I like to fill it in with red, and it looks a little too dark when you do your eyebrows full on and then you put on red on top of it. So make sure you do it really lightly if you're going to do what I do, but it's optional. You don't have to make your eyebrows red. If you have natural colored hair, then you can full on do your eyebrows however you want to.
That's it, Brian? Yes.
Alright, now that we're done with that, we're going to find a spoolie and you're going to brush it out so it can look as natural as possible. When you've brushed it out to make it as gradient as possible, now it's time to move on to the concealer. I use NARS Radiant and Creamy Concealer, which you're going to see now. And I like to use this under my eyebrows, and it's a couple of shades lighter than me. I think it's in the shades Caramel because I like it to look like I just got my eyebrows done, but it's whatever concealer you're comfortable with. The next step is going to be the lids, so you want to prime your lids first so that the color takes and looks really nice. And I'm going to use Pro Concealer. That's a lot of shades lighter than me actually. That's why I never use this on my face. But yeah, and then you're just going to blend that all out and set it. Now we're going to take the Nubian 2 palette by JUVIA'S and the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we're going to use the color Raw Sienna to blend that into our crease. Next, we're taking the shade Madagascar and we're blending that into our crease also.
Said little, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick cutting off, so don't get comfortable. Look.
After you finish blending, we're going to take the shade Morocco and we're going to blend that over our transition shades. Next, we're going to cut the crease, and I can't stress this enough. You guys need to take your time, especially if you've never done this before and you feel like you're not really good at it. Take your time. It looks really fast because the camera's moving really fast, and I've been doing this a long time, so I know how to cut the crease without really messing up too bad really fast. But you guys have to take your time and make sure that you're doing everything correctly and precisely. Next, I'm taking Golden Orchard and I'm setting my cut crease. It is very important to set your cut crease so that it doesn't transfer anywhere and it's much easier to blend on top of your cut crease. To deepen my crease, I'm taking the color Cypress Umber and I'm taking a really small and precise brush and painting that onto the top of my cut crease. It's very important to use a small brush and to do it very slowly so that your cut crease doesn't get muddy and then it stays sharp.
Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. Put me to the edge.
Next, I'm taking the color Nairobi and I'm putting that into the transition between my inner corner and my middle of my lid, just to make it a nice gradient effect when I add the other colors. Next, I'm going to put the shade Zuri in my inner corner to really brighten it up and make the look really gradient and pop.
I don't really care if you cry. I don't really shouldn't have a lie. Should've saw the way she looked me in my eyes. She said, baby, I am not afraid to die. Push me to the
Next, I'm taking the shade Nefertiti and I'm placing that on the middle of my lids. After that, I'm going to take the shade Ya and I'm going to put that on the outside of my lids and gradiently blend that all together so it looks really, really gradient. I don't know why I keep using that word, but I can't find another word to use, but yes, gradient. Next, I'm taking the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation in the shade Deep Honey, and I'm just blending that all over my face down to my neck. Now for my favorite part, the concealer. I'm using the Tarte Tape Shape Concealer, which is my favorite concealer, in the color Tan Sand, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'll let you guys know later, or in the description box below, every product that I use, so never fear. And now for my second favorite part, the contour. I'm using the shades Havana and the shades Espresso to really deepen and darken my cheekbones and around my forehead and below my jawline, just to make everything look more defined and sharp. Now I'm using just a random liquid liner pen to create freckles on my face. I'm not using the liquid liner. I am using my Smashbox lipstick, which is in a really dark brown color. I forgot what the color is called. I'll look at it later. But yes, I'm taking that and I'm dotting it all over my face very lightly and sometimes darkly so that it can look like all different kinds of different shades of freckles. So it looks very natural. Now we're going to bake, and I'm using the Sasha Buttercup banana powder just to bake all over my face because I am a little brown. I need something with a little color in it. I can't use anything that's white or it'll make me really flashback ghost like, and I'm not feeling that look. So you want to put the freckles on before you bake so that you can tone them down a little bit with the baking powder and make them look really natural. Next, I use my lipstick and I put it on, but I don't know, a lot of people put it on last. This is just how I do my makeup. You don't have to follow the exact order. You can do it however you like, but yes, I just make an X on my top lip first, and then I continue filling in the rest. And it gets really, really messy, especially with dark colors. Even when it's not messy, I like to just clean it up a little bit with some concealer, and I'm using my NARS concealer to clean it up. Now I go back in with the shade Havana, and I contour my nose very, very lightly because I don't like it to look too harsh or unnatural. So I contour very, very lightly, and after that I take a big fluffy brush and I wipe off all the excess powder from when I baked earlier. Okay, now this part I had a little trouble with, but we're gonna do eyeliner. I could not find my Kat Von D, so I used the other one that I use for my freckles, which has liquid lipstick all over it, so it doesn't work very well. So I had to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow dip and see if that was gonna work. It did not work very well. It just looked very washed out and I didn't like it. That's why it looks really messy right now. But I'm taking the Kat Von D and I'm going back over it after I found it and trying to really just clean it up so it looks more sharp because I did so horrible. I'm so sorry, you guys. Now I'm taking the Better Than Sex and I'm just putting like one coat on. I don't need a lot of coats. I'm putting on falsies anyway, so I'm just taking the Better Than Sex and going over one coat, guys. Next, I'm taking the shade Morocco and I'm putting that on the waterline. I'm just trying to smoke it out and look really, make it look really smoked out and nice and flary at the bottom. And this is optional, you don't have to do this, but I just like to do this to put a little more intensity into my look. Next, I'm taking the highlight shade 10K Gold and I'm putting that on my nose, my chin, and my forehead just to make myself look really, really glowy. Then I'm taking the BECCA highlighter in the shade Champagne Pop and I'm putting that on my cheeks and just, touching up in other places to make it look really, really blinding. You know what I mean? The next part is pretty self-explanatory. I'm just putting on my falsies. If you don't know how to do this, I will make a detailed video on how to put on falsies if you guys request it. I'm sure there are many others out there, but if you guys want me to make one, I will definitely do that for you. But I'm just putting those on and trying to make it look really natural and blend with my lash line and making sure that it doesn't come off or anything like that. All right, you guys made it. Yay. That's it for this very fall African queen look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you guys think, request more videos, and yeah, that's all. Make sure you check out my social media below. Love you guys.